Is silver breaking out? Well, guys, Ask a Coin Dealer here tonight. We're going to talk about that and so much more. Here with me today, we have none other than Mike from Mid America Coins. Looks like he's trying to mute his other screen over here.
Yeah, I was setting up the other YouTube part so I can see the chat now. All right.
All right. So we're going to talk about silver's been performing a little bit better than gold this week. Hasn't always, but this week has been a little different. I want to say hello to everybody who's joined us. Please remember, hit the like button if you like it. If not, that's okay too. Just stay and watch. So, Mike, you've been doing okay. What's been going on with you this week?
Well, guys, last week I was at a coin club meeting. Sorry I missed, guys.
Yeah, we all missed you.
Every once in a while. This weekend I'll be at the the Rogers Club show in Springdale, Arkansas. But that's what I've been doing. We've been doing a lot of buying and selling in our store this week. How about you, bro?
Please remember, guys, if you got something you want us to highlight, whether it's a question or a comment, please begin it with 3 question marks, because when I fall behind in the chat, I end up passing everything else up but the question marks. So, silver. I've noticed gold's went down about $30 in the past, 4 to 6 session. And silver's actually went up because it fell down to 33 and then it's back up. It is looking like it's sitting at, it's down a few pennies on the evening, 33.74 ask on Kitco, and gold is at 3,021 and some pennies.
Oh, it went up a little bit since we was talking.
Yeah, since we was talking, I'm like, man, we need to add something to the beginning of Ask a Coin Dealer. I'm like, silver's been performing good. Let's talk about that. So you said something about somebody selling you something. You want to talk about that?
What's that?
You said something about somebody selling you something, some silver. Are you interested in talking about that, or shall we move on?
Oh no, we can move on. That's a whole other deal. That was just between you and I.
Yeah. See how I'm throwing him under the bus there, talking about what he's gonna buy and he ain't got yet. I do remember that, and I still need it. You made a buy at the show the other week.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think everybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about. You made a buy the other day at the week. That beautiful. What was it? Oh, here, let me show a picture. I got a picture somewhere. I can figure out.
I do not own that row, if that's what you're showing. I have no ownership on it anymore.
Oh, it don't even work right.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. There you go.
See that? 81 Carson City BU roll.
I don't own that no more.
Yeah, he says that now, but yeah, you know what's up.
I know that's in a personal collection. That's all I know.
I take it we're live, but for some reason I am not where I need to be. I don't know how to do this stuff. Now, do you think silver is going to stay up? I mean, are we seeing something a little different this week? Or is any catalyst or anything you think might change that?
I think but we've been saying this for a while. We broke that 34 twice. Guys, we just needed to keep trying to move. I mean, it is edging, and now they're having a fight and they ain't wanting to go down below 33 for sure.
Yeah, it's battling back and forth. I mean, it's been at the 33 level for a while, and I thought, man, and we had talked about it. Silver, it's going to break past that 33, and at some point, it's going to do a reverse. I know I'm kind of wondering if it's going to reverse, but here lately, I'm wondering. I don't think it's going to reverse. I think I was wrong.
Well, I had a guy in here today buying some silver from me, and he said, Mike, it went up last week, and I decided I'd wait. He says, but I give up. I'm just going to buy it now. He was hoping it would break down to around 32 or under. He gave up.
Yeah, I do that. I do that with stuff a lot too. 949 says, I humbly ask for everyone's forgiveness the way he acted on Sunday's auction. I was confused by the new rules and didn't fully understand. Thank you for apologizing, but I didn't think it was a big deal myself. Uh, it's new. We changed the rules a little bit, so yeah, you're all good. 949.
That's why I can never win anything because he's always changing the rules.
Hey, I clearly state them at the beginning of each stream. And then I change it in the description if need be. Do you think platinum is ever going back to the all-time highs? And if you remember right, did platinum not have an all-time high of around 2,700 back in 2007?
2007.
2007. It was a minute. So do you think it's ever going back to the all-time highs?
Well, I don't think I doubt if we ever see that number again. But I took well advantage of that. I decided to dump off platinum. So,
I'm still buying platinum.
oh no, I'm back in.
You're back in. You're out. You're in. What are you like, Katy
I got
Perry
quite a
or
bit
something?
of it put back now. I mean, yeah, I'm back in. I mean, the numbers are right.
You're like Katy Perry. It's hot and it's cold. I'm in and I'm out.
Yeah, that's it. She wrote that song for me.
I believe it. J Dog, my friend, what's up? Hello, Coin Crew, Mid America Coins.
What's going on?
How you doing, J Dog? Tommy John, 949's there, Mud Swat's there. Here's a good question. Sean Davies says, if you were brand new, Mike, if you're brand new, what would you ask a coin dealer?
That is a good question. It really depends on what you're thinking about doing. If you're talking about collectibles, then talk about that with them. Make sure that you're asking the right questions too. And guys, even when you attend, if any of you guys are going to attend Toss the Show, we got a lot of stuff going on this round. We actually have the president of the Art Bar Club is going to be there. They're going to do a seminar on collecting art bars. We're going to have the YouTube community doing a seminar. I hope they're still going through with it. We got a lot of stuff going on, and it's going to be a lot educational. And I'm hoping that our YouTube community gets out there with their cameras and let's get some good videos for these people.
Yeah, don't miss the Tulsa Coin Show this summer. It's going to be June the 12th, 13th, 14th. Is that about right?
Yep, we got Heritage attending. We got NGC setting up with 4 tables. We got Mechanics going to be there. I did get back with CAC. They will not be there this year. I really don't know why. I
Guess
don't.
they're not getting my submission this year, right?
Well, they won't get your submission, but there will be some grading companies there you can give it to.
Okay, Sean Davies, back to your question again. If you were brand new, what would you ask a coin dealer? I would ask a coin dealer what coin or coins he thinks would be a great investment and possibly go up in the future. That's what I would ask him. That would be the first question, because when you're first starting out, you do start as a collector, but then after you're in it for maybe a month or two, you thought, well, maybe I need to rethink all this. And once I rethought it, I would ask him potential coins that he thought may go up. And even if I didn't know, I would, stick a couple coins like what he's talking about in my collection, as long as they weren't too expensive. So yeah, there's that. These rules make sense if you don't think about it. Yeah, that's right. If you don't.
But see, I always think about it. That's probably why it don't make sense to me.
Okay, Matt Wing. Thank you for your comment, my friend. He's like, I'm afraid I mix up platinum with silver. Mike, what is the first thing you notice the difference between platinum and silver? What do you notice?
Well, I can tell, for one thing, I can tell the difference in the look of a platinum coin versus silver. There is a big difference if you know how to look at it. You should never be confused by silver and platinum.
Silver sometimes is a little bit more reflective, but again, that depends on the way it's manufactured. However, silver is more of a white metal, and platinum tends to go more grayish.
Yes.
A little bit darker. So if you have them side by side, you can't mix them up. However, if they're separate, it's quite possible. So yeah, always keep it to where you know what you're doing. Keep it labeled. What's up, Wolf Tracks, my friend? Ben Stackins here, Kennel Mine, Yoke Fan, and we moving. Okay, here's the most important question about the Tulsa show. I mean, the most important. You have so many millions and millions of people want to know this question. And if it's true, they're coming to your show. Is Taylor Swift going to be there?
I'll put a poster up.
There you go. There will be a poster. Uh, if you got somebody like Taylor Swift, I mean, there's a lot of crazy Swifties out there. Remember the last show?
Guys, we did reach out to a couple of celebrities to see if they would, because they're in the area, see if they would come. We have not got any response back.
They're too busy.
We reached out to Sylvester Stallone and Blake Shelton.
Now that'd be cool if one of them came.
Yeah.
But remember the last show you and I did in Carthage that you hosted? There was a coin dealer set up next to me, and he had a Kansas City jersey, Pat Mahomes jersey on. And I was sitting there the whole day. He changed jerseys the next day. He wasn't wearing it over his shirt again. But I'm surprised he didn't take it off and just wear a shirt. I kept saying, "Oh, you're an undercover Swiftie fan, undercover Swift," because Pat Mahomes and Taylor is an item. So yeah, we did put up a bunch of BU Franklins.
Guys, I don't think you'll see Taylor Swift at another Chiefs game.
No, I heard there's something going on there.
They broke up.
Yeah, he just couldn't handle all the money she made. I guess I don't know.
Or maybe she just couldn't handle all of him. He's a loser now. He didn't win. When he stopped winning, she got time to go again.
What is this? Mudswat says, I didn't expect 90% halves selling for $15 to $20 each. Okay, if you're talking generic silver, that sounds very expensive.
High.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if it's something a little nicer, like an uncirculated Franklin or Kennedy uncirculated, that would be in that range for a 64.
BF, XF Walkers, yeah, I can see it.
But I mean, just average stuff that you would throw in a bowl. No, I don't see. No. I don't see 15, 20. I know silver's. A lot of people are hanging on to silver. A lot of dealers, not me, because I keep running out, and he keeps selling real fast. They're hanging on to it because they think it's going to keep going. But honestly, just move it. You have to move it.
If you guys need 90%, you can get it from me for 25 times face.
You gotta.
That ain't even a dollar over. That's not even a dollar over, guys.
Oh, there is one big difference between platinum and silver, so you'll never mix it up. And Jeff Tooley, the Tiger Thomas, says the difference is platinum says platinum and silver says silver on it.
Well, what if they can't read?
I don't know. That's a question. I don't know. Yeah, this is a big issue here. Is there a way we could all sign a petition, get fakes for being sold on eBay and Walmart?
That is true. There's been a lot of stuff sold through Walmart that's fake.
Yeah, eBay too. I mean, there's, mistakes happen. But for these people to keep doing it over and over, they need to correct themselves.
Well, they're actually out there doing it, trying to cheat. Walmart, as big as they are, cannot buy a tester to make sure that they're selling good stuff. We got a problem, guy.
Yeah, them testers are a good tester. I can't afford it because it's like $30,000 that are about. I mean, that's a lot.
Walmart is a Fortune 500 company. I think they can buy one.
Yeah, they can buy one of them $30,000. They can buy a $30,000 tester for 100 of them for every store. I can't even afford one for my little store. That's a lot of money. Nice, great advice. Thanks, guys. And then he's laughing about the fact that saying silver. Coin Crew. Lots of people on other auctions and streams are selling for 15 to 20 for maybe AU 50 coins that look nice. Auctions are a little different. I'm saying to sell it straight out, that seems high. Um, if it's an AU, yeah, if it's an AU Walker, yeah, that's a $20 bill all day long. There's no doubt about it. Probably more than that. XF is probably a 15 to 20.
But yeah, you got auctions out there, and they got to make their money and stuff.
Yeah, because it takes a lot more effort. It's not like just putting an item up on the website, pricing it, and you let it go, let it sell itself. But when you're in an auction, there's a lot of stuff involved. There's a prepping for the auction, the time invested in the auction. Like our auctions are like 4 to 5 hours, and that's all that time that I'm there, Angel's there, there's two people. And then you got the after effects of the auction, which is sometimes just as long or longer than the auction itself of all the shipping. So there's a lot of different stuff involved that's to just listing an item, whether you list it on eBay in an auction platform or on a website, that's pretty much the same thing. You just list it and let it do its thing. It goes or it doesn't go. But hosting an auction, yeah, they probably get a little more because you get the hype going up. And I'm real bad at that, guys. If you've been over to my auction, you see me talking a lot. What are you guys buying 90% for? Well, I sell dimes and quarters at or about melt, so I buy a little bit back of that, maybe a point or two. How about you, bro? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So dimes, quarters,
Right now, everybody's buying a lot of stuff back at spot. So it depends on how far back they're going, but just remember, guys, the market is still flooded. It'll ease up, and then them premiums start changing.
so you got spot is 33.65 times
That should be
0.715.
right around 24.
24. So you're looking like 22.5 ish, right in that area is about where you'd be at for selling it to a shop. I mean, you might get a shop to pay more if they're really desperate. Like sometimes, if you got something
If the
better,
shopper's out, they'll sometimes pay a little bit
yeah,
closer to spot.
they'll pay real close to spot, but they don't get much more than spot right now. I mean, unless you run it through an auction. Of course, when you run through an auction, you sometimes get a little more. Auction is not the place to buy to get silver the cheapest. If you want to get it cheapest, you just got to look around. What? Gene Anderson said, saw a fake 93S sold on eBay over $5,000. Wow.
I hope eBay protects that guy. I mean, they ain't been very good lately at protecting people.
Mike, will you be in your store on Thursday thinking about dropping by on the way to Springdale? Yeah, he's just north of you, so
Dan, I will. I'm
Dan.
leaving at 11:30 because I got to deliver the tables to the show. But my son and my wife will be there. Yes.
Oh yeah, and there is a special occasion where Keith likes selling silver below melt. It's when I put it in an auction and the Mustang Dave is the winner. He somehow, when he bids, he gets it at or below melt a lot of times. He's just lucky like that. I guess everybody likes him. I'm like, no, we bid against him. Let Keith squirm a little bit.
I guess I'm gonna have to come on your auction and force them up then.
Sell it for a premium. So here's a tidbit for you, bro. Did you know that Against an Army found out today that it's illegal to wrestle a bear in Oklahoma?
Don't be messing with our bears. We got big black bears. They're protecting you, not us.
Mike is probably a little cheaper on those than me. When I'm selling it over the internet and stuff, or where pay files and shipping's involved, I'm +7. Where are you at about on Eagles? That's retail. That's not wholesale.
$5 retail.
See, he's $2 cheaper than me. You want to save money? Go buy them from this guy that just threw me under the
I'm
bus.
cheaper than SD and all of them out there right now.
But a lot of times I don't. Well, if I'd sold them by the rolls, I'd sell them cheaper. But I usually just sell a single at a time. So you got to make a little extra when you just sell a single. When you sell your silver to a refiner, are they willing to take silver lower than 80% purity? Yes, but they charge you more. Is that not correct?
Correct.
They will take it, but you'll have to pay a much bigger fee depending on how much below 80% it is.
Well,
But there are some
a lot of times they make me sort mine and send it in that way.
refiners that are not equipped to take it lower
Well,
than
I use the
80%.
world's largest refinery company, so
Some of your smaller refiners not equipped. It's much more hazardous to melt silver because when you melt something, folks, you have to know what the contents are and how it's going to react. When you melt it, these metals put off fumes. Copper is bad. Magnesium is bad. Those are metals that require
a lot of times when
additional.
they messing with lower silver, they send these guys in and they want to at least be able to run the machines for 4 hours. They suit these guys up in suits and heavy mass filtered real good. To make sure that there's nothing real dangerous in it. I have had the companies call me and say, Mike, this is too low. We're not going to melt it. It's very fiery, hazardous, and we don't want to mess with it.
All right, we're all caught up in the chat, but let's get back with the topic at hand. Is silver breaking out? Now, these dealers, a lot of dealers, some of them are charging a little more for their like 90% or their silver rounds than the going rate. I mean, do you think that's what they're thinking? Are they thinking maybe silver's going up? Or
Well,
what are they trying to do? I don't know.
I don't know. We ourselves, we've been buying a lot of silver, but we're selling silver too. We haven't ordered anything from the founder companies in about a month and a half, 2 months, because that's how much is coming through. But we have noticed that we're starting to sell a little bit more than what we have been.
No, but I'm talking about these dealers that are, let's say silver's melting at 24 that I just calculated a few minutes ago. 90% silver melts for 24 times face. What about these guys that are selling just Roosevelt dimes and quarters and they're trying to sell them at 26, 28 times? You go online, sometimes you'll see them guys up there and sometimes you won't. What do you think about those guys? I mean, are they thinking it's going up or are they just like, nope, I don't want to sell it? Or, I mean, what's your opinion on that?
Well, guys, it's been a weird market. I think that we are going to see an up. But here's the thing, you got smaller dealers out there. And I'm going to tell you, I know this for a fact because I sell Eagles and stuff to some of these guys. I was at one dealer's shop, and this was last week. And then I was talking to another friend of mine. He's telling me the same thing's happening with dealers with him, where the dealer told me he's not buying anything else until the market goes down.
Oh, no, 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 no.
So he's now, guys, he's almost completely out of silver. And his philosophy is it's going to come down. But when you get customers coming in to sell, if it's too hard on you, offer a little more or just tell them you can't buy it for that number. Be honest with them. Don't tell them you're not going to buy because here's what's going to happen. That guy is going to find somebody else that will. That guy's going to start doing business with this guy, and that's it. You just lost a good permanent customer.
Yeah.
You can't stop buying. You got to adjust.
And for the dealers that are charging way more than it's worth, and then they're turning around and buying it for even cheaper than we are, find a new dealer. And I don't mean to throw dealers under the bus, and I don't know any dealer in particular that does it. But if their spread is too big, find a new dealer. And Mike had said he sells Silver Eagles a 5 over. I sell them a 7 over. And part of that is I got to buy some of my Silver Eagles from him. I don't get them all across the counter. I don't get them all from the same wholesaler. So there's a little bit of difference in the volume that he moves versus the volume that I move. That makes a difference on the amount someone will charge. We move
does. It does. We're a wholesale retailer where you got your guys that are just retailers. Guys, they got to make something. But some of these guys out there, like Keith was pointing out, they're so high that when they got to make the silver is hit a certain point and they know they need to buy back. Instead of offering to buy it back and make themselves look bad, they'll turn it away. But see, the bottom
Yes.
line is, regardless, drop your numbers, buy back a little bit, start selling more silver.
Yeah.
That is, that's the market that you got to learn to market.
Now
There's always a market.
I don't move as much 90% or generic rounds as Mike does, but I do move enough to where I'm moving up and down with that market and I'm running it real close. It's just Silver Eagles. They slow a lot. They sell a lot slower from me. I sell more here on YouTube than I do in my shop. It's the truth. Silver Eagles
Believe
just
it,
don't sell.
guys, I sell more to dealers than I do to the public. And that's
I
the truth.
bought I bought about 500 or 600 Silver Eagles this year already, and we're what, third month's almost over. I still got 400.
But guys, this year here, we're gonna have a lot different dealers at our show on top of what we already had. We're gonna have the U.S. Mint is releasing the Morgan and Peace Silver Dollar at our deal. And just remember, guys, if you want that special label, you got to be at that special show because that's where the labels are going to be released.
MChat63 says, "What are your thoughts on the mint director leaving?"
Guys, Ventress, I knew her. She's very nice lady. I get what's going down. My hat's off to her. She was supposed to stay till 2027. They adjusted her job a little bit, and she was already at retirement age. Guys, she's going to still leave with everything, her pension and everything. She just felt like it was time to go ahead and take her retirement now. And believe it or not, she was already at retirement age. She was just going to stay on till the end of her contract due to everything, guys. And, I'm not at liberty to say everything. Due to everything that went on, she thinks it's best to leave the company. For people that are saying she was forced out, guys, you guys are dead wrong.
Okay, will the new mint director be encouraged to produce more Silver Eagles?
Guys, I know a couple people that's in the hat. We don't know who the new director is yet, but I'm hoping that the one I'm thinking about, I'm hoping he makes it because it's going to be a lot better mint than what it has been. Don't get me wrong, Ventress did lots for the U.S. Mint. They started reaching out more to the people. I don't know if you guys remember, the U.S. Mint only did the great big shows. They never came to the smaller shows and everything else. They did a lot of changes in the last couple of years, and that was a lot to do with her and her team.
Okay, Mustang Dave says, getting back to the topic before about coin shops buying and selling. If a shop doesn't buy silver, I sure wouldn't buy from them, and that's bad business. Is that bad business? I mean, really?
Well, if the shop is designed to sell nothing but collectibles, don't 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 go that. I mean, maybe he may Mustang Dave. Maybe he don't sell silver, but let's say a box of silver came in. Don't you want to be that customer where he says, "Oh, I just want to make 50 cents off this. You want to buy this box?" I'm not really a silver guy. That does happen.
Yeah. So
But
if you happen to be in
don't
your
be so discouraged. What I'm saying is, if they were bullion guys selling already, and to stop buying because you've
yeah,
charged
then that's
some
an issue.
people way too much, and that's what I'm taking it as. I'm not saying that they did or didn't, but I do know what they were selling silver for, and that they were making a lot better profit than me. That's all I'm going to say.
There are some coin shops out there that do nothing but collectibles. If
Yep.
they get a piece of silver, it's just a fluke. There are some coin shops out there that will not buy gold.
Yeah,
And
there
very
is.
rarely is it ever a fluke that they get it if they don't buy it.
I do a lot of shows where the guys will walk over, Mike. I don't really do gold, but this guy's wanting to trade gold. Will you buy this from me if I take it in? Because he don't
Yeah,
want to
it
keep
happens a
it.
lot. It's a
And I go, yeah, and I'll give him the number what I'll pay, and then now he knows what to go over there and work because it's not his per te, so he can go over there and work his deal, knowing what he can get, so he can do his deal.
now with gold. the thing about gold, a lot of people don't understand. They're like, "Oh, you just sold that for $3,100." Let's just say gold was like 3,040. You just sold that for $3,100. They don't stop and think. If I want to order that from a wholesaler, I'm not even buying it for 3,100. People look at that total dollar sign. But is it not true that with gold, when you buy and sell gold, I mean, you have to move massive amounts, because on a $3,000 deal, you are lucky to make $50. Is that not correct?
That is true. There's times where I make $5 or $10 on an ounce of gold.
And there's other times where we're selling it for less than we paid.
Oh yeah, if the
So
market takes a big turn. But guys, it's the way the market is. There is not a lot of money being made in gold at all. Where with silver, some of the smaller dealers, it's easy for them to afford 100, 200 ounces instead of buying that 1 ounce of gold.
yeah, it's you get more bang for your buck
But
with
I have
silver.
a couple of dealers that are in the area also who don't do silver, and they call me up and say, "Hey, Mike, I just picked up a box of Eagles. I took it in trade. You want to come over and pick it up from me?" I buy it from them. We do. We reach a number that works for both of us, and I buy it.
As I said, coin shops sometimes are specific. Some of them won't deal with silver. Some won't deal with gold. Some only deal with collectibles. And then others, they only buy from wholesalers. They don't buy from the public. And I can get where they're coming from, because there's a lot of counterfeit stuff out there. I mean, someone said earlier in the chat that they sold, I think Liza Jane maybe said it, I'm not sure, but they sold a 93S fake Morgan silver dollar on eBay
For 5,000
for
on eBay.
$5,000.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of times some dealers will only buy from another wholesaler or another dealer, because the liability issues falls back to that other dealer. If all your inventory comes from another dealer, you don't have to worry about trying to find somebody, getting them arrested, sending them to court. So I can
Well,
get
you,
where that's coming from.
well, you guys know when you order from me, the wholesale, when I sell wholesale, I tell them they got to buy 300 ounces or more. But guess what? Mid America insures it until it hits that door.
But Mrs. Coin Crew has another
That
avenue.
that's where he has him or whoever buys it. They got a cushion there. Well, if it don't make it to my door, I'm not out the money then, because it's insured through me.
Okay, if they sell it to you, they should buy it back. I get where Mrs. Coin Crew's coming from, and this is my wife, and this is where we do vary a little. There are so many people out there that are unscrupulous. You have to be careful as a dealer. So you have to be able to test the equipment. But if you have a coin dealer that doesn't have equipment to test, I don't blame them for not buying back. But yeah, I do think to some extent they should buy it back if they sold it to you, don't you?
No, I disagree with that. No, it depends on. You got to also remember, maybe that dealer is his funds are low or something like that. So he don't mean to be rude about it. But what he should do is guide you to somebody that could buy it if you can't, or tell you, hey, yeah, I can buy it. Can you cash this check tomorrow? I got to sell it to another company, and I'll have your money in the bank tomorrow or something. We got guys in our area, and some of them are pawn shop guys, where they say, "Yeah, can you pick your money up tomorrow?" They'll give them the stuff, and they'll run it over and sell it to me. They get their money, and they take care of it. Because now, remember, I'm in a smaller town, so sometimes places are 45 minutes from me. These people, they come in their shop, they're in that area, they don't want to drive 45 minutes, so they give it to them. They let them make a little money by bringing it over to us. So they're
Okay.
getting paid for traveling with it, is what they're doing.
Okay, you got C Bob says all those vest pocket dealers can always sell to us, more capitalized dealers like us. There are options for those dealers. Yeah, like you got a vest pocket dealer is basically a coin dealer that he just goes around to other shops and buys and sells to them. Some vest pocket dealers will not deal with the public at all, and others will deal with the everybody. Uh, I have one guy that comes around and sells gold every once in a while, and he only buys and sells gold back and forth to dealers. He says the reason why is the accountability. if he gets something fake, because he doesn't always have a tester on him. I mean, who carries a tester to every single coin shop? You know, you're not going to carry an XRF or a Sigma or something, everyone. And he knows where he guys gets the stuff, and I can get that. So I get where they come from. But not all vest pocket dealers are trustworthy. So if you are a retail public buying from the vest pocket dealer, make sure you know him. Make sure he's got a good reputation, because he does. The odds are all you have to contact him is his phone number. So what do you think about that?
Sometimes they don't even like to give you that.
Yeah. So be careful when you're not buying from a dealer. Not all people are bad, but just be careful, especially if you're spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on a coin. Okay. Yes, Mike, your insurance and packaging is great. There you go.
Thank you. But yes, we've been doing that for years. We tell people to buy 300 ounces or more, and we'll give you free shipping and everything.
Redneck Coin says, if a dealer doesn't have a Sigma, they are not a good common sense dealer. No, there's other ways to test it besides the Sigma. Different people have different tests. I mean, you can.
I don't trust the acid test though, because guys, they can plate it enough to pass an acid test.
They have a ping app right on your phone.
The ping app is good. And
guys. It shows you there's different ping apps. I got one that I use, but they show you the different denominations of coins. They even do Buffalo silver rounds, and that works for most silver rounds. But just because he doesn't have a Sigma just means he doesn't like the Sigma. The Sigma is not perfect. Nothing is perfect. It's electronics. It's all about the user, partly, or the maker. But just because he doesn't have a Sigma doesn't mean he doesn't have common sense. Maybe he's got common sense enough that he doesn't need a Sigma. He uses other forms of testing. My thoughts? Your thoughts?
Nope, you squared that off.
Okay, here we go. I started a collection of kookaburras and have 22 so far. I have lost interest in them. What would be a fair price for the kookaburra at a coin show?
It depends on what you got, what date you got.
Yeah, the dates are important on that, because some silver coins that are monetized become collectibles, and they fetch, like Libertads are crazy priced.
Well, like I'll tell you, my cost to order kookaburras in is $375 over from Australia. Now, noting that, I will start paying $250 and up for commons, but there is better dates where I'll pay you $14, $15 over. It depends on what it is. So if you're going to a dealer, make sure they know the better dates, and if nothing else, do your homework and look up them better dates. I know the better dates. Bring them to the show in Arkansas. I'll be interested in them.
There you go. Weather the Possibilities has been watching us for a few years now. Started making content. Looks like he said a year anniversary in creating content on YouTube. He's got 226 subs. Good going, my friend. Glad to hear it. Okay, so it's down to the bottom. I'm sitting there trying to scroll it. It's not moving. Okay, C-Bob says Sigma isn't always testing right. It's only a tool, not a yes or no machine. Correct. And I said that earlier. There are other methods. You need more than one test when you test it. And Link is talking about the kookaburras. He says some of them are key dates with any monetary
talking about. That's exactly what I said. There's better dates than others.
And here is something Mud Swat says, and this is quite possible. I mean, I've had fake coins that got caught, and I corrected it, and I caught them myself. It works both ways. He can almost guarantee that a lot of guys at shows has a fake coin without knowing it. The thing is that dealer going to do anything about it when he finds out he has it?
I can guarantee you can go through all of my stuff and you won't find a fake one, because I am really good.
Well, I mean, no, it's not a matter of being good. There's always that slight 1 in a million shot that you're going to have I don't have any fakes now, but it doesn't mean that I
Oh, I got
haven't
some
had one in
fakes.
the
They
past.
just ain't going out. I throw them in a box and put them back.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. When I find them, I get rid of them. I just keep them. Well, I don't get rid of them. I keep them.
And usually I give them to like Doug Davis or something here and there. So
I don't sell them. I don't give them to people that ask me for them. I just keep them, or like you said,
well, I give
give them
them.
to Doug Davis.
Yeah, I give him to Doug Davis because he's after, he's part of that anti-theft stuff and everything else and counterfeiting. So that helps them. They put him in a
Yeah,
holder and mark them fake.
I use a lot of the fakes when I do get them. Sometimes I catch them and I tell the people these are faked. I said I don't want to.
I
I
like
don't
it
want
when
to
they
buy them.
do
Either
it.
donate them or keep them, but
I
don't try
like
to
it when
sell them
Doug
to
does
me.
a seminar and he'll put a couple coins up there and see if somebody can spot the fake. He'll put them side by side. One of them be real, one of them be fake.
Thank you, Redneck Coins. We didn't take it as disrespectful. We're just trying to be informative and give you our opinion. And you had said something about the Sigma, and we just, was giving our opinion. And we apologize to you if you thought we were being, I don't know, condescending, I guess is a word. We wasn't trying to do that either. Okay, here we go. Liza Jane, what's new at the Tulsa show this year that you've never had? What? What's new at the Tulsa show this year?
Well, we
That
got
you've
Heritage
never had.
going to
Oh, okay,
be
that
there.
you never had. What's new?
We're going to have Heritage that we never had. Well, we've had NGC, but not a full staff. So we're going to have a full staff of NGC there. We're going to have the Art Bar Association. There is a club out there. They're going to actually hold their meeting there. They're doing a seminar there. Steve Austin, the president, is going to be there talking about art bars and stuff. He's going to do a seminar on it. So, guys, we got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm really excited that they decide to do their club meeting at our show on their art bar. So, if you guys want to join up to that, we're going to have different clubs there that you can join that we didn't have last year. There is a lot more stuff going on this year. Here, we're also doing a 2-day giveaway to the kids instead of just one because we have, thanks to all the dealers out there, everybody out there that, and the YouTube community, the whole 9 yards, we have enough gifts to give out for 2 days to these kids.
And I, as last year, I'll put a little baggie together with 5 or 6 different starter coins, different types of coins. Like I had a
Oh
silver
man,
dime, a buffalo, an Indian head.
I'm gonna
We'll
have to
do
show
something
you
like
the
that
big
for the
bag.
kids.
I'm gonna have to show you the big bag that one of the other dealers
Yeah,
gave.
I don't do big bags. I just do
He did
about
a
$5
nice
worth of
big
coins.
bag. He says
Six.
this ought to be enough for the kids. It's almost enough to fill up a whole showcase.
Oh yeah, I give away a lot of them packs. I think I gave away almost 100 of them last year. So it's not. I'm not being cheap. I'm just spreading the love.
What do you guys think? Does that sound cheap or spreading the love?
It's called spreading the love. I gave away probably. I think it was close to $600-700 worth of stuff to the kids last year.
I'm
So,
gonna tell
yeah.
you, and Marvin,
Favorite purchase this week,
if
says
you are
Dan.
on listening, thank you very much for that big bag of coins. I really respect you for that. He didn't
Do you
have,
have a favorite purchase this week?
but yeah, I really like the way everything's coming together. My hats off to the U.S. Mint. They're being really gracious this year again. They're bringing stuff for the kids and everything. And they want to be farther in the back of the room because they want the public to have to walk through the crowd to get to them.
There
So
you go.
thank
But
you very much.
back to Dan Ing here. Do you have a favorite purchase this week that you want to share with us? And then we'll say mine. Or do you want me to say mine first? I'll say mine first. Okay, my favorite purchase, I think it was towards the beginning of last week or the end of the week before, was the complete, I think it was last week, complete full bell line Franklin set and proof set. So yeah, we put some short videos up and put all the coins up on the website. So I like that. Or no, it was a complete set, and the full bell line set was the week before. So that's on the website. I bought a set of Franklin's, uncirculated, and a complete proof one. So that's what it was. I got confused.
I bought a 79 Carson City and a GSA again. sent it to NGC, got a 62, sent it off to CAC, got the CAC sticker, so now it's valued as a 63.
So the question was last week, not
Huh?
what cool thing did you get back in the mail from your earlier purchase. They said, what'd you purchase last week?
Oh well,
Favorite purchase?
I gotta say it's gonna be them 8 reals. I bought 4 of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were talking about those.
I bought everything from an AU-53 to a 60. I think it was a 62 or 3. I gotta look at that holder again.
Robert Furter, Robert F. Is Seeker gonna be there at your coin show? Seeker goes
Guys,
every
I'll
show.
tell you what. If you really want to know if Seeker's going to be there, check out Seeker's video next week. He is doing an interview with me, and I'll let him answer that
Head
question
out the
for you.
bag. Look at you.
I'll let him answer that question for you.
What?
If he's going to be there or not.
Seeker and I both go to every coin show that Mid America hosts. We try to do that for them.
They do. They do. We're going to have Rob's Fine Treasures there. We're going to have Ravenhawk there. We're going to guys. Well, you already know Keith's going to be there, but but guys, we got a few YouTubers. We don't have as many as we had last year, but I don't know. It's starting to change. It sounds like we got some other guys that's in the air that decide they want to come. Paul's Fine Treasures is going to be there. He's going to be there. Let's see who else we got. Oh, we got a few of them.
Okay, Aaron.
Time. I'm sorry, I said it wrong.
Paul's Spare Time. I was looking at you. I'm like, Paul's Treasures. I didn't know. I was like, man, there's somebody I don't know.
Sorry, Paul. If you're listening, I apologize.
Paul's Spare Time. Which coin grading company do you prefer and why?
Guys, I don't really have one in particular right now. I'm thinking I'm looking at using all of them again because one does better than the other on certain things. So I don't have any special one I'm going to call out my favorite.
I'm going to call out my favorites and why. PCDS, because they're worth more. NGC, because they look better. Aesthetically more pleasing.
Now I got to call that back.
Now he's going to call me back.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, there is several sites, including Rare Cola. If you go on, they go call me for pricing on PCGS. They prefer to buy NGC over PCGS. And as far as my Eagle people, everybody wants NGC holders.
Because it's so plastic, PCGS does have some type of reaction with the ASCs.
Yes,
I said it before and I'm going to say it again. The way a coin looks is part of its value. So saying that NGC is aesthetically better, that could make it worth more to some people. But in a lot of the price guides, when you go to the really, really rare coin that's been holdered a few years back, PCDS is normally higher, but there are exceptions and there are changes happening as we speak.
Guys, when it came to the flowing gold hair this year, you notice they put all the privies into PCGS. They did. But guess what? When it came to the ones that were graded, NGC holders outsold all of them. CAC, PCGS, and all of them, because they did a lot nicer looking holder. Holder is everything. The value is everything.
Okay, what time Thursday is your shows opening to the public? I don't know if they're talking about next week's show. Let's just talk about your show in June.
There ain't no Thursday for that next week's show, so it is definitely June. Okay. It will be opening to the public. I want to say it's either 9 or 10. I don't have a flyer in front of me.
Okay, when you say kids, is that 61 years or younger? Nope.
No, that'd be 17 years or younger. Thank you for asking.
Here's a great question from Link. Thank you, Link. How much pain is it to do a show? We have no shows in my area.
Where is your area?
That's what we're asking, and then we'll come back to your question. Well, no, let's get your question right now. I wouldn't say it's a lot of pain to do a show. I think the biggest pain is the amount of time it takes to get there, and as far as a dealer setting up, get there and get back.
Oh
And
no, there's a lot to the show. We got to know where it's at, what's the community like, what's the airports like. There's a lot to it. So that's going to determine how big a show I could really put in your area and how many
no,
people I can bring in.
we're not talking about putting a show in his area at this point. We're just answering the question: how much pain is it to set up a show? I did it from a dealer's perspective. Let's do it from your perspective as a show host.
Oh,
How much
that's what
pain?
I'm telling you. There's a lot of pain could be to it because if we don't have a proper airport, I got to figure out how to get the big dealers in there. It's venues, the location, the airports. How many people do I think can attend that show in that time? How long do I got to get this show set up? There's a lot to it. It's like right now, the Arkansas State Show. We're scheduled for it to happen in October, but we don't have the venue locked in yet. So see, I got a lot of hair being pulled out right now.
Sometimes it takes a year or longer just to set a show up, and that is part of the painstaking of hosting a show is the amount of time it takes to get the venue, the dealers, everything together. It's very painstaking.
Because we got to know how much time we can get advertisement and everything else done.
What kind of money do fake go for? I have an 1895 Drake bus. P.S. Not selling. Fake coins go for nothing. That's my opinion.
I would not purchase them.
I don't sell them. I don't purchase them. I do get them donated. Half the time when I tell people they are fake, it is illegal to sell them. To say, well, what do I do with it? I said, you can throw it away. You can donate it. Somebody uses them for videos such as myself or whatever you want to do. But no, it's illegal to sell United States money that is fake. Okay, Tommy Stacker said, what is meant by ultra cameo on slabbed coins? That is a trademark thing because PCGS says deep cameo and NGC says ultra cameo. I think that's more of a trademark usage type thing. Not really sure on that, but it's just a way NGC refers to a deep cameo, a mirrored like surface.
Yes. And they're both when you get them, they both are basically when you look it up in your sheet, it's actually meaning deep cam even on PCGS. So they're going to sell for the same value.
Don't buy the box, buy the coin. I won't pay more because of the name on the slab. That is correct. Buy the coin. And we just
now wait a minute. Now wait a minute. Certain things. Sometimes the packaging is the money.
There are instances, let's say when you get a 1995 MS62 dime. It's worth a dime, but if it's in a holder, it's worth $5-10. That's a low grade for that new of a dime. So yeah, he is right there. Sometimes the holder does make it.
Well, no, it is just like that 81 Carson City roll. You cut the paper, you ruin the deal.
You just had to bring that up again, didn't you? I offered him more than anybody else offered him.
No, I can't say that. I told you what Heritage said they would start the auction at.
And I told you I would match or beat anybody's offer.
I know, but
I got a steady.
You didn't match or beat anybody's offer because the boss said she's taking it, and it's hard to beat that offer.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely hard to beat the boss's offer. That is one of those things that you get. It's so ultra rare.
Yes.
You don't want to sell it when you get it, although you pay a fortune for it. And if you ever do get rid of it, you're like, I'm not putting that crap in the mail. Because
I told you if we ever did, I would not put it in the mail. I'd drive it to you first or meet halfway.
There's just some stuff you don't put in the mail. And it's not a matter of you worried about not getting the value for it. It's a matter of you worry about it gets lost and maybe never seen again. It ends up in the lost depository big vault thing at the US Post Office. Hey, you ain't gonna sit there and see this again.
It's very rare to find a roll like that.
How far will you go to how far do you travel to go to a show?
Me?
Yeah, you.
2 and 3,000 miles sometimes.
He's a better man than me. 1,800 was my tops. It's Florida. I normally like.
No, you didn't. You went to Vegas
Oh
for it.
yeah, that's right. I went 3,000 miles. I forgot about that.
You batched me, buddy.
I forgot about the
I took
Vegas.
another trip to Vegas.
2010. 2010.
When you was younger. My wife didn't like the Vegas show. She didn't like Vegas. So
I liked it. I was at the Plaza. Okay, Link is in Erie, Pennsylvania. I don't think there is anything in Erie.
Erie, Pennsylvania. Been through there.
Yeah.
Well, they ain't that small of a town.
But I don't think there's any big shows there. I mean, I see them every once in a while. Go to CoinZip.
Baltimore. How far is Baltimore from there?
Erie, Pennsylvania is nowhere near Baltimore.
How far is it? They have one
Erie's up by the Great Lakes.
They have one in Yorktown, PA. They have one in.
I think it's the northwest. Link or somebody correct me on this. I believe Erie is up in the northwestern part.
I've been through there when I had my trucking company.
Could be mistaken. It's been a while since I've been there. So yeah. What about Annex? How do you feel they grade? How do you feel they do? Do they do a good job?
I think they do a good job. Yes.
The problem is it's like an actor. He'll do a scene and he'll do it for a series or a movie or something. He'll do it so long and then he gets stigmatized. Well, Annex is stigmatized to being a lower tier service, even though they'll sit there and they recognize all the varieties and errors. Their coin and one of their holders just don't bring the premium it should. What do you think? What say you?
Well, I don't think that you're right. They don't bring the premium they should, but at the same time, like at my show, if you came up to me and I looked and you had an error coin, I'm going to guide you right to Annex. Because we're not going to go to PCGS, NGC, or any of them. I'm going to send you over there.
Dr. Silver.
If they don't see it in the sheet, they don't grade them. They don't care that it's there.
I think Dr. Silver is directing this to me because it's closer to me. He's like, are you going to Kalamazoo show April 4th in Michigan there? No, or April 5th. I won't be going to that. I am going to a show this Sunday, Livonia, Michigan. It's called the Redford Coin Show. It's over near Detroit. Because April 5th, what is that? What day of the week is that?
I will be at a wedding.
You're not driving all the way up here anyway.
Not for Kalamazoo.
Show.
Not for
that's a Saturday. I very rarely go to a show on a Saturday because it's a open shop day and we're buying stuff, and I really need to be there when we make buy. And Matt Wing says, or that rare item is in a mailman's pocket.
That's right. Could be.
Would you ever do a show in Oshima, Nebraska? Estimated population 483. It's a big airport.
How much is the population?
Omaha. It's Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Well, it's
already have a coin show there. You guys already have a coin show there.
You've heard of the Oracle of Omaha? He lives there. Warren Buffett.
Guys, we're going to actually have somebody from Nebraska at the Toss show.
And there you go. Omaha is a pretty big town. I don't see why
they do a coin show already there. Crystal Clear puts one on.
Whenever I retire from my physical location, I am moving to Oklahoma. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money. Don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm going to start doing shows around Mike's show.
Guys, it'll be when they push him in a wheelchair here.
Could be, yeah. But I am going to start hosting shows outside of the shows he hosts, because that's what I'm going to do for retirement. Host shows on my website and my YouTube. It'll happen someday.
Why don't you host one in Muskegon, Michigan?
No, I don't think so.
What do you guys think? Think he should do one in his
There's
hometown?
not a big enough population.
You got what?
People have tried to do shows here, and it
How
just
many people you got there? You got what?
40, 50.
You got
40,
50,000 people there. You
There's
got
a lot of hotels in Omaha.
Huh?
A lot of hotels.
There is.
It's on the highway 70 and 79, or 90 and 79. So 90. Oh, that's on the way to. That's like mid-state more, I think. Because Highway 90 runs across.
Yeah,
no, it runs up. Yeah,
northwest. There. I had to go Buffalo, New York.
Here we go. Erie, PA. Check coin shows. Cleveland and Pittsburgh. There has to be a coin show in those areas. I'm pretty sure it's Northwest. People in Erie usually go to the Buffalo Monthly Coin Show. So there it is. Thank you,
I just said I used to go to Buffalo, New York, and that's why I went through Erie.
Yeah, it's up by that area. That's right. I'm remembering it. You go up through Cleveland, up across the 90 there.
Yeah, I had to run that 90.
It's been so many years.
That's when I had my trucking company. I was trucking through there. I wasn't even going there for coin shows.
He says, I've been to Buffalo, not local. Each of you name your favorite wines. Wine. None. I don't like wine.
Nope.
Not a wine drinker. I don't drink beer. I don't drink any type of alcohol at all. Sorry. Do you have a favorite wine?
No.
Or do you not drink as well?
I have occasional glass now and then with a friend, but I don't really drink it. I'm not a wine person.
He just swallows.
Yeah.
Our series 1928 and 34, excluding the 34-8 with the lime green seal, command a 10% premium on them when selling. Hi, Ben. I don't know. I don't know what denomination you're talking about. Are you just talking about just 5s, 10s in general, or what? Excluding the lime green, the early modern currency. Is there a premium on that stuff? I don't charge a premium. I don't even keep them unless they have a different color seal.
Yeah, they're not a big premium.
If they're a regular green seal, you might want to look them up by the serial number. They could command a premium. There's Mrs. Coin Crew. Keith and I don't drink. And it says, I'll take the... Hey! See, they're already trying to get me to retire. We're talking years down the road, folks. It's not nothing going to happen too soon. Okay, he meant $500 bills. Well, yeah. All $500 bills have a premium.
Yeah, they'll get a nice premium.
$500 bill has a premium period. That's a huge premium on that.
Yep. Depends on the condition now that you're talking there. Too, how much it brings. You got pinholes and stuff that bring very little.
Yeah, they all command a premium. A lot of times you can't always get those for sheet, can you? The 5s and then the 1000s, usually a little over sheet on the lower priced ones.
Yes,
the lower priced ones are over sheet, but the higher priced ones are usually pretty close to sheet. Here you go. Against an Army says, I live in the town of 1900. Do a show here, bro.
No, can't do it.
Well, it looks like we're about an hour.
That's too small.
Are you going to have a table at Livonia? Yes, Dr. Silver, I do have a table at Livonia. I will
not be there, sir.
In Livonia, I have a table. I do not do June, August, November, December. I am not doing those months because they conflict with other things. December conflicts with me taking the holiday. And then so does November.
Yeah, I don't do nothing in December either.
So I guess we're about done. Here we're down to the end. Which company would you send a 1955 DDO sent to? Coin Zone. That's who I'd send it to. I'd send it to me. I need one.
If you're wanting to get it graded, send it to NGC.
Yeah, I think that's better. I think they're better on varieties. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I hope you hit the like button. We are going to be here again next Tuesday, right, Mike?
Yes, we are.
So we're going to be here next Tuesday, same time, same place, same people, maybe. I don't know. I got an auction on Sunday. Mrs. Coin Crew is doing the auction this Sunday. I will be in Livonia, Michigan, the Redford Coin Show just outside Detroit. So she will be hosting the auction by herself. Now, do you have something? Oh, we got Floyd Friday, regular Friday, Floyd. What do you got going on? What videos you got coming up, or did you just put one out, or what?
I'll have one going on Monday or Tuesday when I get back from the Rogers Club show. I like doing shows where I can show what I picked up.
There you go. There you go. So I thank everybody for staying so long and watching the show. We hope we answered it. And to touch back one more time before we leave, just real short, real quick. Is silver ready to break out? Is it going to be breaking out soon? What do you think?
I feel like it's getting ready to do something.
Okay, he says that, and I say I think I was wrong last week when I think it's going to reverse, or a few weeks back. It's definitely getting ready to do something. It's holding that 33 plus real strong. So, again, thanks, guys. I hope to see you next week. Have a great evening. Bye.
See everybody next week.